Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 115. In this episode, we're going to continue going through Doctor Who Magazine, Issue 597, talk about everything related to the Doctor Who 60th anniversary. So, this article has been written by Paul Kirkley and is titled The Daleks, and the essential info is the broadcast. So, this is about the colorisation of the Daleks, which I talked about a couple of episodes ago before I got into Doctor Who Magazine. So it's been turned into a 75-minute colorisation because it was originally a black and white story. Broadcast on 23rd November 2023 on BBC 4. It stars William Hartnell, William Russell, Jacqueline King, Caroline Ford, Anne Wheatley, John Lee, Philip Bond, David Graham, Peter Hawkins and Nicholas Briggs. It was written by Terry Nation and directed by Christopher Barry and Rich Martin. In a nutshell, on the Pirate Sparrow, Doctor Who, Ian, Barbara and Susan encounter a race of deadly genetic mutations. The quote from this episode is, Ian, I'm trying to imagine what sort of people these are. Doctor, they're intelligent. Anyway, very intelligent. Ian, yes, but how do they use their intelligence? What form does it take, Doctor? Oh, as if that matters. Susan, the thing that it's ticking, it's over here. It's a Geiger counter, Ian. Look at the needle. It's past the danger point, Doctor. Yes, that explains a lot of things just yet. The jungle turned stone, the Baron's home, and the fact that we're not feeling well. Ian, radiation sickness. Doctor, yes, I'm afraid so. The atmosphere is polluted with a very high level of fallout, and we've been walking around in it completely unprotected. On topic. Doctor Who, in an exciting adventure with the Daleks novelisation, was written by David Whittaker and it was first published on the 12th of November 1964. So let's read the actual article itself. Returning to Doctor Who after more than a decade, Russell Davies came on with a plan not just to supercharge Future's show, but to put a rocket up its past too. Many years ago, I worked with a very astute producer who absolutely drilled into me that children will not watch black and white television, said Russell. It's very retro, so I'm actually dedicated to the idea that the back catalogue of Doctor Who should be colorised. That's my aim, and it has been since day one in the job. This month, viewers will see the first fruits of that ambition when BBC 4 broadcasts a full-colour, newly upscaled 75-minute cut of the Doctor's first encounter with the Daleks, 60 years after it first sent electric thrill through Saturday tea-time audiences in the winter of 1962-1964. The task of re-cutting the story whilst Doctor Who Magazine's own Benjamin Cook, the experienced video editor whose recent work includes sending trays for Doctor Who Blu-ray range. Russell said he wanted to start by presenting the first Dalek series 75-minute movie with new music, new effects, first time in full colour to give today's 12-year-olds a real jumping on point. Hopefully this will be a gateway that absorbs its Doctor Who, which is some of the best television ever made. And so arrogantly, we've come along and tried to make it even better, recalls Ben. Impressed by his Doctor Who work on YouTube, executive producers Phil Collinson and Joe Collins asked colorisation artist Rick Tibble to assemble a team for what would be one of the most ambitious undertakings of its kind in the world. He asked me flat out, can this be done, said Rich, and without hesitating, I just suggested. But I must admit, I did harbour a few doubts, because nothing on this scale has been done before. But I knew it was theoretically possible with the right team, having recruited fellow fans Kieran Hyman, Scott Burder and Timothy K. Brown. Rich set about the Herculean task of bringing eye-popping colour to the petrified jungles and futuristic city walkways of Skara, frame by painstaking frame to colorise. No, I missed a sentence. There's no one way to colorise, he explained that sentence, and it's got more sense. As a team, we work in different ways, but whatever the method involves breaking your shots down into individual frames and pinning out key frames to colorise. After that, motion estimation software helps out to a small degree, but really it's an almost entirely manual process. I'm not sure how long we've spent sentiment total, but it's a phenomenal number of hours. Despite the mammoth effort involving condensing the original's 172-minute serial down to a 75-minute feature, wasn't just about saving Richard's team sanity. The pace of 60s television was very different since then. We're not just cutting it down, we're reworking stuff, reordering shots and scenes, just playing every trick in the book to try and bring the spinning story to life for a modern audience. For the first 30 seconds of day one of the edit, you do feel like a naughty schoolboy. Here bits, but you really can't treat it like a holy relic. We're making something that's going out on BBC television in 2023, so you can't be too precious. I think the editing will be more controversial than colouring, to be honest, smiles Russell, anticipating the inevitable clutching of pearls from some quarters, but I'm actually absolutely standing by it. The pace would have been challenging from 1963. If you put all the episodes together, my god, I'd go back and edit sort of my episodes if I could. We're not breaking into people's homes and confiscating their DVDs or Blu-rays stressed out. The originals still exist. In fact, they've never been more accessible. It's all there, it's touch the button and play. This is an alternative. Fans who've seen the Daleks hundreds of times before with something new. Something that we've hopefully feel fresh and unpredictable, while also being more alive and accessible to a new demographic, as well as the stirring new score by Marquez. The 2023 cut features new dialogue written by Russell T Davies and recorded by original Dalek voice actor David Graham, now a sprightly 98. It's just been one of my many thrills of a long-held passion project, says Russell. Doctor Who's very busy, very mad. It's been a constant source of joy for me and Phil, but every couple of weeks we can turn to Daleks and see how it's coming along. I absolutely love it. I really think it validates everything we set out to do. I'm starting work on next year's already. Ooh, that's interesting. For Ben, the film also says fitting tribute to Doctor Who's pioneering first child who's still out there among the stars waiting to be discovered by a whole new audience. Before starting work on this, I read an old Doctor Who magazine interview with William Hartnell's widow Heather. He says NNH said her husband's biggest regret about Doctor Who was it wasn't in colour. He thought he'd rush people to see brilliant sets and costumes and monsters. This one's for you, Bill. The next article within Doctor Who magazine issue 597 is titled Neil Patrick Harris is the Toymaker. One of the Doctor's deadliest foes is back with a new face and an old grudge to settle. Mark Wright shines a light on the man who's stepping into the role. At 7:35pm on Wednesday, 6th of September 1990, a Doctor arrived at BBC One. Probably not the one you were expecting. Where 12 months previously, practically the day and time the Doctor materialised at the start of Doctor Who's final series of the 20th century. This was the British audience's first sight of Neil Patrick Harris as Doogie Howser, MD. As a pleasing serendipity to the star of the show, he inherited the Doctor Who's place in the schedules, having a major role to play in its future. With his turn as the Toymaker 33 years away, Doctor Who MD made Harris a start in his native America at the age of 16, playing the precocious team medic over 4 seasons. And decades since, Max turns talents to comedy, drama and musicals on stage and screen. Even before the fame of Doogie Howser, Harris was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for his role in the 1988 film Clara's Heart opposite Whoopi Goldberg. He was screened first many in the years following his breakthrough. Harris guest starred in many popular TV shows of the day, from Murder, She Wrote to Will and Grace, a role in sci-fi action satire Starship Troopers among 1997, along with his theatre debut with a nature tour of the musical Rent changed audience perception of Harris away from the role that first brought him fame. Tony's garnered for that's why, because I missed a whole paragraph that didn't make sense. That's why. The early 2000s completed that evolution, with Harris winning acclaim at the MC from director Sam Mendes' Broadway revival Cabaret in 2003. This was followed in 2004 by Stephen Sondheim's Assassins. The following year, Harris returned to television comedy and cemented his place as beloved star. Harris played gloriously against type as the brazenly arrogant Barnabas Barney Stinson in 9 seasons of How I Met Your Mother from 2005 to 2014. Earning 4 Emmy nominations during its run, the film starred Beckham with lead roles in The Smurfs 2011 and The Gone Girl 2014, and multiple hosting duties of the Tony Awards, Emmys and the Oscars. His hosting duties at the Tonys, garnered 4 Emmy Award wins along with the Best Supporting Actor going in 2010 for Guest Tony Blake, and a Tony Award in 2014 for Best Actor in a Musical for Broadway event of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Since the end of How I Met Your Mother, Harris continued to blend drama and comedy across stage and screen. Alongside wide-ranging philanthropic work for HIV, AIDS and cancer charities with his husband actor and chef David Burtka. The couple married in 2014 after meeting on How I Met Your Mother. In 2017, Harris took on a role Taylor made for his talent in Netflix's adaptation of Lemon Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, but the villainous character laugh showed more than a hint of DNA with the Toymaker, both displaying a penchant for grand schemes and outrageous disguises. Harris's next notable role could not have been more different to the slapstick villainy of Cutman Off is a polar reminder of the actor's incredible range. As Taylor, Henry Coltrane and John F. Rawls acclaimed It's a Sin 2021, Harris's sensitive portrayal of a man succumbing to the AIDS virus was compelling and heartbreaking. I hold him up to a very high pedestal, Harris said in 2021 of It's a Sin's writer, who is Russell. Spoiled something nearly there. So for me, it was less leading to sell story, but blown away that he was telling the story. That writer was no other than Rusty Devs. I've collaborated with Doctor Who's return the show on It's a Sin. It was perhaps no surprise to see Harris again dancing right into shock when Doctor Who's 2023 specials began filming in the summer of 2022. The Toymaker is back. I'm just waiting for his worldwide premiere. Next up is a section about Michael Gough, who played the Celestial Toymaker all the way back in 1966. Just as Neil Patrick Harris was stepping into stardom as Doogie Howser, his predecessor as the Toymaker was enjoying a late career renaissance. Veteran British actor Michael Gough, 1916 to 2011, took on the role of Alfred, faithful butler to Bruce Wayne in Tim Burton's blockbuster smash Batman 1989. He returned to the role 3 times, culminating in Batman and Robin 1997. Prior to gainful employment at Wayne Manor, Gough enjoyed a decades-long career of on stage and screen. An early film came part in Laurence Oliver's Richard III in 1955, followed by a career-defining role as Arthur Holmwood in Hammer Films' Dracula in 1958 with Christopher Lee. It set him on a course playing villains and horror roles, including The Avengers twice in 1965 and 1967, BBC's adaptation of The Smiley's People in 1982. Like his successor as the Toymaker, Gough was the recipient of a Tony Award in 1979 for Bedroom Farce, earlier winning a Best Television Actor BAFTA in 1956. Gough originated the role of the Toymaker opposite William Hartnell's First Doctor in 1966, The Celestial Toymaker. At the time, he was married to Anna Quills, who just weeks later was cast as companion Polly. He returned to Doctor Who in 1983 to play Hadley in Arc of Infinity. The planned return of the Toymaker in 1986 was sad. A planned return to Toymaker in 1986 was sadly not to happen. Michael Gough retired in 1999 after a final film role in Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow, briefly returning for voice cameos in the director's Corpse Bride and Alice in Wonderland. He passed away in 2011 at the age of 94, forever remembered as a great of both Doctor Who villains and Doctor Who acting. So that's actually where I'm going to end this episode. So yeah, we've still got a bit to go. We're only on page 25. But yeah, that's it for everything. Before I go, remember you can like, comment and subscribe. And the question for this episode is, what did you think of the articles about the Daleks and the Toymaker, Celestial Toymaker? Let me know in the comments below. But that's it for the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 115. Goodbye.